Hello, hello, what's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is doing great and amazing, and it's another opportunity that I want us to look under these charts, get to predict what we are expecting this other coming week because it's on a Sunday. We're in the first week of March, and the first week of a week. You know what we usually expect. We have lots of news during the first week. We have NFP, which usually comes on the first Friday. We also have, I think, CPI, if not FOMC, during the mid I guess midweek. During midweek we have lots of news, so we'll get to check onto that. But before we start, I would like to request that you guys may subscribe to the channel so that we may get to learn all day every day together. So over here we're in the monthly time frame, and I'll rush to the 3-month time frame so that we may see whether we have any draw on liquidity. You can see currently we are at the equilibrium of these price leg from the high to the low, which had created a market structure shift. We are at around the 50%, and what I want us to mark, I will be marking these previous 3 month highs and lows, because as usually we know the liquidity pools, the high probability liquidity pools that will attract either the market rally higher or rally lower. So I'll mark the the previous candle, these candles high, and the lows, so that we will be watching what we can be expecting around this zone, right? Also, we can see we have this slight fair value gap above this zone, so I'll start by first marking that. So we have that low of that candle, right, and make that blue, and ensure that we have it at the low there exactly. Also, we have this now, the low of this fair value gap exactly. So we have this 3-month fair value gap that is inside premium, that is paired with also these other fair value gap that has already, so meaning this is a balanced price range over here, as well as we have other small fair value gap, as well as an order block there. So yeah, it's something that I'm expecting maybe someday to see a price retrace to, but not for now. So for now, what I'll do is I'll mark let me first label that as my 3-month fair value gap low, right? And hopefully, yeah, everything like that now. And I think I should make it blue, which is my long-term objective, not so for now what I'll do is, as I've said, I'll mark these highs exactly. So we have this 3-month high, 3-month high, which I guess it should be at the top exactly, yeah, 3 month. It seems to be a 3 minute, no, 3 months. Let me use caps exactly. So I have that 3-month high that maybe will be my first draw on liquidity, since this low, as you can see here, did we have a slight fair value gap over here? I guess so. I think we had a slight fair value gap. I know, but you can see how this candle played out, rallied lower, cleared this previous month's low. Then you can see how it ended up being bullish. So also, because this was a down close candle, so to me this could act as a as an order block, and let's see whether the midpoint has already been tapped into. So I want to see, yeah, we are already currently this candle has already dipped to the midpoint of these order block from the high to the low. You can see we have a slight white line below, whereby this candle is currently below that, but you can see how it has lost its strength. If I was to use this order block body only, let's see whether the midpoint could have been already tapped in. Yeah, if I was to use the bodies also, you can see this candle has already tapped into this order block midpoint, the main threshold, because the midpoint of an order block is usually the main threshold. Then you can see how this candle is losing its strength, and with this liquidity below here being engaged, and also we have also having these three other month high. So let me duplicate these. Yeah, ensure, yeah, there, exactly. So those 2-3 months high, yes, they can be seen clearly because we had already engaged every low. These lows have already been engaged, relatively equal holes. This candle rallied, cleared them. You can see how it ended up closing bullish. As well as this current month, you can see it's been bearish, dipped into the midpoint of this order block, which I will get rid of this. Then you can see how it's losing its strength with these two liquidity pools above. So I'll drop down to the monthly time frame, and guys, you can see those highs clearly from there as we continue refining them bit by bit. And what I can see from the monthly time frame is we had these rally higher, creating a fair value gap, a drop, a down close candle, rallied higher, another down close candle, but respected this other down close candle over here. Rally created a high to engage these sell side liquidities, rallied lower, created a market structure shift, whereby this swing low, candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3, created a swing low, but created also a market structure shift. So I'll be illustrating, as I'll be deleting this because I don't want this to be dirty. We are doing an analysis and trying to see whether we should be aiming for the 3 months highs and the 3-month fair value gaps, or we can expect a retracement lower. So I want us to understand the market, what the market is trying to communicate to us. So we had this market structure shift, and this market structure shift is signaling that we want to go maybe lower into this fair value gap, but that doesn't happen. What I'm seeing is we have a fair value gap here. So we have this 3 month, let me put it in blue. So we have, it's a monthly, not a 3 month. I'm obsessed with monthly fair value gap. So I guess you can see that fair value gap. We have these candles low and these candles high. Let me try to balance everything there. We have a Man City game, but that's not helpful to me. Let's do this. Yeah, as you can see, we had this fair value gap, but remember over here we've seen sell side liquidity being engaged, right? We've seen this candle not only close below the midpoint of this, but also below the midpoint of this other one, right? Not only that, we're seeing number 3, we're seeing a market structure shift, we're seeing a fair value gap. So if I was to this month, I wanted to see it being bearish. I wanted to see market tap into this 3-month fair value gap, then rally lower, but that didn't happen. What happened is we saw this violation of this candle, this fair value gap, whereby this candle closed not only above the midpoint but also outside this monthly fair value gap. Then we had this tap into the midpoint, and then we had a retracement. You can see how the market the February candle, how it did react, tapped into the fair value gap, rallied higher, tapped into this other fair value gap, then it rallied lower, right? So that's what happened. But what we want us to see, because now everything that we wanted to see price being bearish has now shifted from bearish to bullish because of this violation of this fair value gap, and as well as I guess because we were in a down close. This is a down movement, a bearish movement. So to me these were order blocks, and I saw this candle close above this order block using the bodies, and to me this is signaling that I want to be bullish. And what we want us to look at now from the lower time frame is the price action inside this price leg between inside this zone, this monthly fair value gap, to see whether the price or the market structure is bullish or is bearish, is trying to show bearishness or bullishness. So I'll drop to the weekly time frame, and from there, remember we are around the midpoint. Currently we are inside a discount, and I think when buying or when we want to be buying, remember we want to be buying inside discount, aiming premium levels. So what I saw is using this price leg is the market was respecting these down close candle, respecting them because they are order blocks. Market rallied, tapped into this down close candle, rallied. You can see this other down close candle paired with these monthly fair value gap, and the market tapped into this monthly fair value gap as well, this order block. And to me, let's see whether it's premium. Let's see premium discount levels from the highest high to the lowest low. The market had already dipped into discount, whereby we had this monthly fair value gap and this weekly order block as a discount array. So get rid of that, and we can buy from this zone, which did happen. We had this week dip and fully close the monthly fair value gap. Then we can see how the market rallied higher. And something else I'm noting is I'm seeing a weekly fair value gap. So that candle's low to this candle's high there, and I'll use this other blue and ensure that is labeled as my weekly fair value gap. So I guess we are spot on. Let me make things relevant. Yeah, that high and that low. So what happened also after the reaction of this weekly fair value gap? By the I was watching this fair value gap, and what happened is the previous week we had a closure above this weekly fair value gap midpoint and also outside it. So I was expecting to see this week really bullish, and for now we have already created an immediate rebalance. You can see we have no imbalance over here because this candles high and this candles low have created or the overlap, whereby we say we have an immediate rebalance. And to me, maybe the market would rally lower, tap into these, but we want to confirm that. If the market will rally to this weekly fair value gap and continue higher, or we shall open here and continue higher. So that's what I want us to identify. and see what we can expect. So from the weekly time frame is we have reacted over key level, which is confluence number 1 for me. So I'll write over here the confluences that may signal to me that I'm bullish. Number 1 is we have seen that we are in discount. Then number 2, we have a key level whereby we've seen key level whereby we have that monthly fair value gap over here. We have this monthly fair value gap and also this weekly order block. Number 3, we've seen liquidity being cleared. We have relatively between this candle slow and also this candle slow, we have a relative lows whereby this candle cleared. So number 3 is we've seen liquidity sweep. Okay, so we have seen liquidity sweep, we have key level, we have also in discount. Number 3 is we have seen a violation of bearish array, because if you wanted to see the market rally lower, I wouldn't want to see this candle respecting or being, because it's a bearish fair value gap, which was to maybe if price tap into the midpoint then rally lower as this other candle did, but we have this other candle violating this bearish fair value gap, so it's another confluence for me. Oh no, what the fuck. Yeah, so bearish array violation. Yeah, so far these are my confluences that I might be heading, or I would want to see the next other candle maybe being bullish with this first draw on liquidity, because yeah, at some point we'll come for this, but the market will maybe range, or maybe we have to target this low hanging fruit first as we target for these highs also, or maybe we have another swing trade aiming for these highs, but we'll give it time, and let's wait and see. For now we are intraday traders. Let's see what we can anticipate to happen. So over here, so I want us to drop to the daily time frame and maybe see if the market also from the daily time frame is respecting. I'm expecting to see this low being maintained and maybe being the low of could I expect of these until I guess this will be the long-term low as for me, but something might happen, we don't know. So let's drop to the lower time frame and see what we can see from the daily time frame, and maybe add other confluences that we can see. So over here inside the daily time frame, what usually I like to observe is the market structure, whether it's confirming that we might be bullish or bearish. So over here, remember but what I usually trade is the market maker sell model. That's my model for trading, whereby I guess you've ever seen me draw this thing, which I'm about to draw. If I'm expecting the market to shift from bearish to bullishness, what I'm expecting is something like this. We have the market rallying lower, creating lower lows and lower highs. Then the market rallied lower, maybe it had created these lows. Remember, the market moves by engineering and taking liquidity. This liquidity that was engineered below here is grabbed, right, like that, and also we have order blocks inside this price range. We have fair value gap that what to support price lower, because we are in a bearish market, but they are violated, right? We see a candle closing above the order blocks and the fair value gaps inside this price leg like this. Then market creates maybe a higher low, market rallies higher, creates a market structure shift by a candle closing above the above above. Maybe we had this high, this swing high that has been created. We had a candle over here closing above this high as well as this high. So number one, we've seen this liquidity sweep below this low. We've seen a market structure shift. We've seen bearish arrays being violated, and also bullish arrays being respected. Over here, maybe if we had a fair value gap, the market tapped into this fair value gap, then using it as support, then we can see this push upwards, right? So this is the market maker X model, either buy or sell model that I want to see. And because of these, I would like us to go to the charts and see whether we can have this structure showing up. I've tabbed it, but so I think I might, yeah, something like that. So over here is what I can see. We had this bearish price leg moving downwards. Over here we had this swing low being engineered, liquidity being engineered. The market rallied higher, then market rallied lower, clearing the liquidity that was below here. As I had explained, over here we had liquidity below this low, then the market moved rallied lower, cleared this liquidity, but also created maybe bearish arrays, either fair value gap or another block, as we can see it over here. But I said over here we want to see these fair value gaps being violated by a candle closing above. So you can see this fair value gap that was created here, this candle closed above it, right? After that closed above it, we can see market rallied, creating a market structure shift. As I said here, this swing high, or this high that has been created, the market, a candle closed above this swing as well as this other swing. So we have confirmed a market structure shift. This candle or this other candle closed above this swing high, so we have our market structure shift. Then the market rallied, we have this weekly fair value gap. Also see how these candles are respecting the midpoint of this weekly fair value gap. The candle rallied lower, rallied higher, and closed there. This other one opened, created the low, and rallied higher, right? So to me, this price action over here is signaling to me that we want to see bullish prices, as well as we don't have anything that can drive the market lower with the confirmed market structure shift. And so over here what I'll add is a clear market structure shift, which I use an MSS, and also bullish arrays being respected. Right. So we have bullish arrays being respected. You can see this weekly fair value gap, as well as we have these high, low, higher, high. The liquidities were engaged, and so to me this is a breaker. You can see the market tapped into these breaker, these up close candles. Did it tap into? Not really, but this weekly fair value gap, you can see how these market respected these bullish arrays. So with all these six arrays, I'm expecting to see a market rally higher, and the first targets maybe draw on liquidity is I would like to use the high to the low of these, and I'll be targeting maybe these highs over here to be the first low hanging fruits. So I'll be targeting those highs as well as these relatively equal highs over here. Alright, so yeah, those highs will be the low hanging fruit. We've also targeting these. Maybe I will have a swing trade. I will maybe look for a swing trade to be targeting these highs as well as these high, but these will be the intraday low hanging fruits. So I'll get rid of these, and with all these and having my draw on liquidity, so I'm having these draws on liquidity. These will be my targets as well as these highs over here. So those will be my targets, and I want to see this week gravitate higher, right? So that is it for this video. I think now we'll be trading intraday to see what these maybe we could be expecting, or how we shall be entering our trades. So hopefully I'll be seeing you then. For now, I'll cut off this trade. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel so that we may learn together. So until next time, guys, be safe and take care. Bye bye.